Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is Christmas. Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Some people are going to say, why are you making a video on Christmas? Enjoy it with your family. And yes, there's merit to that, but you guys are like extended family. But the only difference is we mix business and pleasure over here because we make money. And you do not mix business with family. In your real life, that's usually a bad idea. Nonetheless, we do have some things to talk about in this video that is not just a Merry Christmas, jolly kind of video. We have some news to go over, and I do want to discuss the Thursday and Friday. Coming tomorrow, markets are back open, business as usual. Friday, business as usual. And as I've explained on this channel for a while now, I've been expecting that we're going to have a strong end of this year for Tesla. And that's precisely what happened on Tuesday. On our half day, which was yesterday, Tesla went up 7.36% in regular trading, up 0.63% in after hours. So pretty much like an 8% rise. Okay. Tesla closed after hours trading Tuesday at $465.21 per share. And yeah, you're about to break out further from here. I think it's all but confirmed. Thursday and Friday are most likely going to be really strong days for Tesla. You could see some crazy things happen in the next 48 hours. And I want to discuss that as well with you here in this video. So let's start with a little bit of news. I'm not sure if this is the most important news, but we will start with this. Tesla is rolling out another free 30-day FSD trial to some owners in North America. For some owners, this is the third free FSD trial they've received this year. This is another push to get people to try the latest version of FSD supervised V13. And obviously, with such a high margin business like full self-driving, giving out these free trials is clearly a win for Tesla. Even if you just get, a couple hundred people that sign up or whatnot, or 1,000, couple thousand, that is a big deal when you could be looking at margins of 80+% net to the bottom line. It's the single biggest driver of, or will be the single biggest driver of Tesla's profitability going ahead. Could be FSD, it could be Robotaxi and Tesla's AI efforts. Wall Street also loves subscription revenue, so more people that sign up for FSD, it really helps to justify Tesla's higher multiple. And in fact, NVIDIA recently decided to invest in xAI's recent $6 billion funding round, and Tesla Economics says that Jensen Huang isn't guessing. He knows Elon is the one who will lead the AI revolution that is taking place right now. Their history goes way back, and Huang understands greatness when he sees it. Elon Musk responds to this and says, it's an honor to have NVIDIA as an investor, which again, I do think is a big vote of confidence from NVIDIA. And honestly, I'm surprised NVIDIA doesn't invest in Tesla either, because I mean, what Tesla is doing with AI is magnitudes larger than what any other company is doing with AI today. Self-driving cars, as Tim Cook put it, which if you don't know who Tim Cook is, that is the long time now CEO of Apple. He said full self-driving cars is the holy grail of AI. He said that back in 2017 before AI was cool. And Tesla's the leader on that front. Clearly, you also have Waymo, but Tesla's software is far superior to Waymo's in the sense of Teslas can operate anywhere that there's a road that's marked and get you from point A to point B. And it's getting better and better at this every day. Lu Zhao on X, he works at Tesla. He says, proud of the Tesla team. Many people underestimate Tesla's unique strength, developing manufacturing capabilities optimized for the fast evolving AI era. Once the entire automotive industry transitions to full autonomous driving, the real competition will center on how efficiently vehicles can be produced. We will be ready. Quote, speed is not just the ability to move quickly, but the ability to adapt quickly. It's the synchronization of mind and body, the elimination of unnecessary movements, and the focus on precision. The essence of speed lies not in haste, but in efficiency. And that is a quote from Bruce Lee. And I think that's really been true for a while. I mean, Tesla has continued to lower the cost of producing a Tesla quarter after quarter for over a decade now, right? Every quarter it's become a little bit cheaper to produce a Tesla, and that will continue to happen. And what we've seen recently is even Tesla's raising prices. They're doing less promotions. There seems to be a lot of good demand, and that is going to, at least in the near term, have a positive impact to margins. Just like we were surprised last quarter with Tesla's margins, we're probably going to be surprised again in this upcoming quarter, or at least Q4, with stronger than expected margins. And that's going to help to really fuel Tesla stock in 2025, at least the beginning of 2025. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will provide a more in-depth breakdown to my expectations for Q2 deliveries coming out on January 2nd. I will give you my estimate for this, considering we have most of the data that we need to actually do this. Now, I think the number is going to be good. I think it's going to be estimates, and I will leave it there for this video, because that's going to take a little bit more time to explain, and I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long. The next video will come out at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, but there is good reason to expect that we are going to see a very strong Thursday and Friday, tomorrow and Friday. Now, I personally think Tesla is going to be around $500 per share. It could be as high as $540 per share over the next 48 hours. And that is far larger than what the options are pricing in for Tesla. That's higher than most of you guys are expecting for Tesla. But I've explained it, I think, the best way I possibly can, and without getting into the details of it too much. If you are a short, you've gotten destroyed on your short position. Every single short is down unless they shorted, above 465, which is not very many of them. Okay, a lot of shorts shorted in the hundreds and still have their short positions. They've got massively blown up in a year in which the S&P is up 25%. Value stocks have gotten tax loss harvested to the ground. That is why the equal weight S&P is down, or was down, about 8% from high to low. I actually think the equal weight S&P is going to do really good next year. I actually think most of Wall Street is going to start positioning for a broader market rally. But tactically speaking, to lower that tax burden for clients this year, for 2024, you kind of have to go out and sell those stocks that you're bullish on. And that's why, starting off first trading day of December, value stocks and cyclicals and industrials and interest rate sensitive names, they got destroyed. Okay, they got utterly just destroyed. You've seen a correction internally in our markets. Okay, whereas big tech has not. That's because you really don't have any losses in big tech names. Not any that are material, right? You can't tax loss harvest Apple. You can't tax loss harvest, Microsoft or Google or Amazon or even Tesla for that matter. But you can in the other value names. Now, you can tax loss harvest your short positions that you're down on. So if you're down a lot on your Tesla short position, you can use that as a tax loss harvest, cover on that short position, realize that loss, offset that loss to your gains, and your clients will pay less in taxes. And you get the added benefit of not being short in Tesla heading into 2025, which I think hedge funds and institutions, if they're thinking clearly, don't want to be short in Tesla heading into 2025. And that's the main premise why I think Thursday and Friday are going to be really, really good days for Tesla. But what we've seen on Tuesday is a lot of option activity as well. So here's the deal. Things could get really explosive if we get the gamma squeeze that continues, as well as a short squeeze. That could get insane for Tesla. Okay. And if we take a look at what's going on with the short position, you have 80.57 million shares that are sold short. We're getting data that's just coming in. It's crazy. I think a lot of these shorts were added the day of the Fed. Okay. When Tesla fell about 8%. But you went from 76.98 million shares sold short, now up to 80.57 million shares. So short sellers have just added 4 million shares to their short position, nearly that. So I think there's even more, room here to see short sellers cover into year end. Tesla's short interest of free float popped up to 2.88%. And now you have $37.25 billion sold short in Tesla. That is up from $33 billion just on December 23rd. So add another $4 billion to the total of dollars sold short against Tesla. So if things start to get explosive to the upside on Thursday and Friday, there's going to be a lot of pressure on shorts to go out and cover some of those short positions. Now, on Tuesday from hedge funds and institutions, you had 401 different orders totaling $265 million with a positive order value of 84%. So option activity was a big driver of Tuesday's price action for Tesla. And while the volume numbers are going away because it is a new day, you were seeing very elevated volume numbers across the board. Specifically, that $500 call expiring this Friday had 80 plus thousand for volume that traded hands at that level. I do think, or at least from what we've seen recently, when you have these big strikes with a lot of activity, you tend to get there by the end of the week. Okay, that was $400 a couple weeks ago. That was $420, right? It was $440. It was $450. You end up breaking through these levels that have a lot of volume, that gets a lot of activity around certain strikes. Okay, and a lot of that just has to do with the way that market makers have to go out and hedge these positions. As more and more people go into these options, the stock goes higher. Market makers have to go out and start buying stock, right? To oblige for the back end of the options that you are buying. So it's essentially a gamma squeeze that we are seeing. And Tuesday is a really good start to what I think is going to be another really good 2 days for Tesla. Now, this is officially the first day of the Santa Claus rally. Okay, so Tuesday was the first day. You were up 8%. We don't have any other catalyst. Tomorrow we have initial jobless claims. As long as that's not a big down move or big up move, I think it's going to be just seasonal Santa Claus rally that's really going to dominate things. Okay. On Friday, we don't have anything at all. So there's really nothing to push down our markets here. Even into the first week of January, there's not much to be concerned about, I think, from that perspective. Now, what's also interesting, remember what I said earlier in this video, I personally think that big tech's not going to do as well next year. I think small caps and higher growth and cyclicals and value stocks are going to do much better in 2025, right? But Tesla is one of those interesting kind of areas where it is a large tech name, but it is growing faster than Apple or Amazon or Microsoft or Google, right? It's in its totally different category. It's got opportunities that only those other companies could really dream of at this point. And I think that's why Tesla will stand out as a big tech name that really sees a lot of attention. Okay. So I think Thursday and Friday are going to be really good. I've been calling for this. Nothing changed there. In fact, things look a little bit better as you are now above this line here that I had marked at about 460. Now, if you look at some indicators like the RSI sitting at 68.42, there's definitely a lot of room to run to the upside here. The MACD reset a bit. Again, the RSI reset a bit. You're above that 460 level. I mean, I don't think there's much to stop Tesla from breaking out to that $500 level here over the next 2 days or so. And that is my expectation. So let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. I think those short sellers are going to be under a lot of pressure, especially considering seems like they went short at the worst time, right? These short sellers started to pile into these new short positions just within the last couple of days. As I think on the Fed day, as well as so December 18th, December 19th, you've seen a lot of shorts get in, as well as December 20th. People were trying to really bet that Tesla was going to fall materially, but yet you're up like $40 per share from levels you were at on December 20th. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the shorts coming over the next 2 days, and I do think you're going to see a larger short squeeze, and that's where you could get like a 10% positive day. Add that with a 7% positive day. You could be up 17% by this Friday from current levels. That would put you somewhere in the neighborhood of $541 per share. I would not be shocked if that happens. Now, would I bet the farm on that? Absolutely not. But would I be shocked if that happens? Absolutely not. So let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Have a fantastic rest of every day. Merry Christmas. Thank you for supporting each and every single day. You guys are fantastic. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.